So last year I dropped this video right here, the most popular video on my channel, garnishing over 350,000 views at the time of this recording, which is crazy. So since you guys love this type of video so much, hopefully this video could get the same type of love. Today I'm going to be telling you guys who are the top 10 highest paid NBA players of the year of 2020. Last year's list, we started at $30 million to make the 11th and 12th highest paid player. This year is a little bit different, making at least $30 million. That makes them the top 20, which is insane how much money these players are really getting paid, like 100 grand a game. That's insane. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack that like button, hit that bell, and subscribe to keep up with my videos. First on this list we have PG-13, who recently got traded to the Los Angeles Clippers after his time in OKC with Russell Westbrook was a complete failure. Now playing back home in LA with the reigning finals MVP and Kawhi Leonard, he took the world by surprise when he found out he requested a trade, which was the first move to OKC's rebuilding status. PG had an MVP-like season last year, averaging 28 points, 8.2 rebounds, 4.1 assists a game, and 2.2 steals, and which was a career high all across the board, and he was like 3rd or 4th in the MVP race all season until he hurt his shoulder. I expect even better expectation and better performance with Kawhi and this wonderful Clippers team that he has for next season. Blake Griffin is still one of the best NBA players today, even though he doesn't get that attention that he used to because he plays in Detroit. But this season was definitely one of the best seasons of his career since his 2014 NBA season. Injuries has been a problem for Blake Griffin the last couple years, but this year he played 75 total games, the most since his 2013 NBA days on the Clippers. Blake Griffin smooth changed up his game to be updated with the game as it has definitely evolved, forming a consistent jump shot that needs to be guarded, moving away from that high flyer image probably to sustain his knees a little bit longer, which having a jump shot will stretch his career longer. Last year Blake Griffin averaged 24.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 5.4 assists a game, which are great numbers, and he helped the Detroit Pistons make the playoffs. But injuries, it kept calling his name, man. It kept him out during the playoffs. Since injuries has been an issue for him, I don't know how safe it would be, you know, having the $34 million invested in him, but he's not going to get anything done in Detroit. Last year when I made this list, I was mad as hell to see this dude on this list for real. This year, I can't be too upset. Yeah, he's still overrated to me. Yeah, I could probably name 5 point guards I'd rather have who are not on this list, but he's still an NBA champ, man. He played a huge role in winning Toronto their first championship, despite the Warriors having the injury bug. You still gotta give the man credit where it's due, man. He averaged 14.2 points, 4.8 rebounds, and 8.7 assists, which aren't the flashiest numbers, but he did the little things that wouldn't come up on paper. He facilitated the ball more, he played more defense. But $33 million? I don't know, man. What do you guys think of Kyle Lowry in this large ass contract? Obviously he's overpaid, but this is the last year on that crazy ass deal, so he'd never get in a bag like this ever again. Kevin Durant has surprisingly never been a top 10 paid player until this year. After he tore his Achilles and the Warriors lost in the finals to the Raptors, the whole NBA world was wondering if KD was actually going to leave Golden State, and sure enough, he left, man. He left and he signed with the Brooklyn Nets. He said before free agency that he's never been super paid, so now that he got 2 rings, he definitely wants that bag now, especially when there's players out here making $30 freaking million a year. KD knew he was finna get that bag. Stop playing with him. But now Kyrie is in Brooklyn with DeAndre Jordan and their very, very talented crew that they have over there. They're gonna have to wait till the season after for him to come back. Hopefully he comes back the same KD as before. He averaged 26 points, 6.4 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and he was having a great season until he pulled his calf muscle or whatever the hell that was. And now he's not gonna be playing this season, but he's still gonna be getting that bag on some Kobe Bryant type shit. Now he's gonna be missing out on $1 million in incentives because he's not gonna be playing this year. He's not going to make the All-Star game, and he's not going to play 50 games, so he's missing out on $1 million, making him 7th on this list. If there's one player on this list that deserves to be on this list, it's LeBron James, man. He deserves every penny he makes. We didn't have this season go as planned because of the injuries to key players. LeBron was having an MVP-like season before he hurt his groin versus the Warriors, turning the Lakers season all the way around real quick. He averaged his normal 27.4 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 8.3 assists a game, but because of the injuries, they missed the playoffs with his very young core. This offseason, the Lakers bulked up with AD and a whole bunch of other role players that are definitely going to help LeBron dominate in the playoffs next season. He's making a shitload of money next season, like expected, but probably more bread off the court. And believe it or not, there's five players making more bread than LeBron James next season, which sounds ridiculous. John Wall is an elite point guard when healthy, but there's one thing, man, this dude cannot stay healthy. The last 2 years have been horrible for Wall, and this year might be more of the same. First, he hurt his left heel, then his surgery going wrong, gaining an infection, falling at home, rupturing his left Achilles tendon will probably keep him out this season as well, which is ridiculous because look how much this dude is making next season. A whole lot of ciabatta, yo, a whole lot of ciabatta. Definitely hurting the Wizards as an organization moving forward. They really can't do anything but wait for him to come back, and that big ass contract, man, definitely takes away from the team, and that injured Wall definitely hurts them, man, because he was their superstar. He averaged 20.7 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 8.7 assists a game, which are down numbers for Wall. As Wall recovers, Bradley Beal is being a monster, man. He's having to carry the load, having a great season, being an all-star, but like I said, man, $40 million a year is definitely going to hurt the team, man. They definitely can't grow out that, and he's accumulating more money next season, which I don't know where the Washington Wizards go from here. John Wall, definitely an elite guard, one of the greats that came into the league from Kentucky, and we're just watching his career just go downhill. Harden and Wall are actually at the same amount. I just wanted to put Harden at number 4 because he's actually playing this season. The MVP could have honestly went either way. I don't think the fans would have been upset. Harden balled his ass off all season long, balling like I'm Kobe, locked into the Mamba mentality all season until the semi-round versus the Warriors. But overall, monster season for James Harden. A ridiculous 36.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 7.5 assists a game, and 2 steals low key. Harden barely averaged 10 points as a rookie to 10 years later averaging 36 points, MVP under his belt, and $38 million next season. Russell was just traded to Houston, playing with his old teammate, but I don't know how much is gonna work together, but I'm just gonna have to wait and see, just like everybody else, man. What do you guys think what's gonna happen in Houston, man? They got a lot of money invested in these two. How do you think these two are gonna pan out in Houston next year? CP3 was just put in a situation no one see him going through, getting traded to OKC and having to play for them until at least December. CP in Houston almost just got hurt at times they really needed him to play. Harden had to play hero ball because he wasn't getting no help elsewhere. That just led to their playoff exit. Chris Paul is easily a Hall of Famer, but the Rockets, they messed up by signing CP to that big ass deal, man. That going from here is insane. The next 2 years, he touching like 50 million on some crazy shit. But I ain't even gonna get on that. There's no way that a team can rebuild around CP's hefty ass deal. He's getting up there in the age now. He averaged 15.6 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 8.2 assists a game. He's still a great defender, but nobody knows where CP's career is going from here, man. But that move to OKC definitely hurts his legacy for the future to come. Westbrook averaged a double-double 4 years and triple-double the last 3 years in a row. Yeah, he's still the most confusing player in the NBA to rate. His style of play doesn't equal wins, plain and simple. He's a great player, Hall of Fame worthy, but his inconsistent three-pointers and bad shot selections hurts his teammates' ability to perform. Except PG. Like I mentioned earlier, PG had a great MVP-like season, but towards the end of the season, they started to slow down due to injuries, and him and CP are making the same ridiculous amount, but I understand why OKC threw this crazy ass deal at him, man. Westbrook has been faithful for the last 10 years, and it took them to get to this point to get rid of him, man. He averaged 22.9 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 10.7 assists last season, and he's now a Houston Rocket, man. So let's see if he could be Houston's new problem or new solution. Steph Curry, man, another player on this list that deserves every penny. Steph Curry is the best three-point shooter ever in just a couple of seasons of play. He low-key had an MVP-like season behind the shadows of KD, averaging 27.3 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.2 assists a game, which are very elite numbers. Three-time NBA champ, over a dozen NBA records that I made a video for in the past, and at least 5 to 6 more years in his prime. Only Golden State is probably going to have enough to even give this contract out to Curry in the first place because of how long he's been there, including the fact that they drafted him and all the other incentives. He's just making a cool $40 million, you know what I'm saying? Making it his second year in a row at #1 on this list. And next season, he's got to prove to everybody that he could be a champion without KD, man. It's going to be pretty damn interesting to see how Golden State ends up next season with their new core and without Kevin Durant. So these 10 NBA players are making bank next season. This is a great time to be in the NBA. One day we're going to be seeing players getting $55 to $60 million a season sooner than you think. Just like my 2019 list, let me know who you thought was overpaid and if these players are making way too damn much. I appreciate everybody that checked out my 2019 NBA highest paid list, and share this video with your friends so they know who the top 10 highest paid players of 2020 NBA season are. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video, and if you have any video suggestions, don't be shy, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack that like button as it helps my channel grow. Hit that sub button and bell, and I'm gonna check in my next video. Wait for it.